Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our Wednesday webinar. And today I'm joined with Sarah and Shamaan, and we're going to be speaking about Baros, Milaidhoo, and Huvafen Fushi. So lots to be covered. And as always, please feel free to answer or ask any questions, and we will, at the end of each presentation, get back to you on all of your questions. And if you have any issues with the sound quality, just please send me a message as well, and we can do our best to figure that out. But without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Sarah, and she'll be speaking about Huvafen Fushi and Milaidhoo.
Hi everyone. I'd rather be outside and show you right now, but anyways, I'll give you a little presentation. So we start in Huvafen Fushi, which was basically the resort that brought luxury to the Maldives. So Huvafen Fushi is located in North Maldives Atoll. It's about 30 minutes by speedboat, so it's quite convenient because you can arrive at almost any time. And as you can see, it has the house trip also that goes right around. 46 villas in 7 categories. And after the refurbishment last year, what has actually changed is that the entry category are now the lagoon bungalows with pool. So as the name suggests, they're on the lagoon side of the island, 130 square meters. Next category are the deluxe beach bungalows with pool. In fact, it should be with pools because each of them has 2 pools. So you have 1 pool in the front, as you can see on the picture, and then you have a second pool in the back. So during the refurbishment, we basically englazed the entire bathroom in order to have some air condition and then keep the private pool outside. Category is the ocean bungalow with pool. They're a bit bigger than the lagoon, and they're on the reef side. You can see all of them have been refurbished with very modern settings now. And then we have the larger units. So we had initially 2 2-bedroom ocean pavilions with pool. We have now 4, so we have added 2 more. The famous swim-up pool, so you can basically swim all the way into your living room. And here, quite nicely, they're very separate from the rest of the villas and have also a little gate in the middle. So those are the most private villas at the very end of the jetty. And then we have the 2-bedroom beach house with pool. It's great for families. Huvafen Fushi accepts children of all ages. 800 square meters, so ample space. A little private beach in front. Sorry. And then the 3-bedroom beach pavilion with pool. As the name suggests, has 3 bedrooms, its own kitchen, a nice little pool in the front. In terms of dining, there are 4 restaurants on the island and a bar. So Celsius is the all-day dining restaurant where breakfast is served as a semi-buffet. And then we have Foliani's, which is very, very nice Italian fresh food with a live pizza oven. You have Salt, which has Japanese and Peruvian mixed cuisine fusion, and Raw, where all the healthy dishes are served. And it's quite nice there because from the deck you can see lots of fishes swimming by during the nighttime. And then quite nice, we have an underground wine cellar. It's currently holding around 4,500 bottles, and it's 8 meters under earth, which is quite special for the Maldives given its tiny islands. We also have Bar, which is right next to the pool, and it's open all day. There are lots of special events that can be held in Huvafen Fushi. So we do by the infinity pool, nice champagne dinners, obviously underground wine cellar dinner. We also bring in sommeliers, visiting sommeliers from time to time to host dinners. Underwater dinner is possible in Huvafen Fushi, as well as many private dining venues around the island. Huvafen Fushi obviously is very famous for its spa because it's the only resort with an underwater treatment room. So you can actually, while having your massage, watch the fish, as there are little mirrors under your massage bed. So you're not missing out on the view while having the massage. And it's quite nice because you can actually have also private dinner there at night. So they can take out the massage beds, and whereas in other resorts, if you want to have your totally private underwater dinner, you have to book the entire restaurant, which is quite expensive. You can instead at Huvafen Fushi just have a very, very private dinner for 2 underwater. We also have obviously overwater treatment rooms, which have nice glass floors, so you can see the fish from above. Kinds of experiences are there. So we do private cinemas, all motorized, non-motorized activities are there. We also do something that's called the aquarium. So basically for everyone who wants to see the reef, but is a bit shy to go into the water, the marine biologist is taking guests into the underwater treatment room, and then with some champagne and canapes explains the reef. So it's quite nice because, yeah, you do kind of dry snorkeling with a little drink in your hand. And obviously weddings as well as private dinings are very famous at Huvafen Fushi. So you can see it here quite nicely again. The yellow lines are where the house reef is. And on the left-hand side of the water villa jetty, that would be the ocean villas. On the right-hand side, on the lagoon side, that's the lagoon villas. That really is everything about Huvafen Fushi already. Are there any questions at this point about Huvafen Fushi?
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sarah. It looks absolutely beautiful. I know Lucy, our digital marketing executive, has just got back and said the most incredible things about the property, including the food. The spa obviously is a huge standout point, I think, for Huvafen Fushi, and I think having the underwater treatment room is such an incredible thing to do. One of the questions that we got asked actually is, do you recommend booking the treatment in advance? Obviously, as you know, it's just one treatment room, but is it quite booked up quite quickly, or would they be able to book it at the property?
I would recommend to book it already in advance for the simple reason that there's just one treatment room underwater. So if the guests want to ensure to have their treatment underwater, best would be to already pre-book it. Yeah, just to secure the spot, basically.
Yes, you definitely don't want to miss out. Okay, well, thank you so much. And then, yeah, we're very happy to go on to Milaidhoo.
Yep, so then we hop onto a little seaplane and quickly fly to Baros to go to Milaidhoo. So Milaidhoo is 7.5 years old, rather tiny with only 50 villas. As I mentioned, it's in Baros, so there are two options. We usually take the guests here by seaplane, which takes about 35 minutes from the airport. We are working with Manta Air, and we also have a lounge at the airport. Alternatively, in case the flight's delayed, you have the option always to put the guests on a domestic flight to Dharawandi, which is 15 minutes, and then it's another 15 minutes to come over here by boat. As I said, 50 villas and residences, and entry level is the waterfall villas. So we have 29 of those. Quite popping in colors with large private round-shaped pools and very comfortable stairs leading directly to the house roof, basically, in a very Maldivian design. We then have the beach pool villas where we have only 18. The pools here are a little bit bigger. Oval shaped, they're about 42 square meters, and all those villas can open up front 180 degree. As you can see on the picture, some of those villas have a bit more privacy in front in terms of vegetation, some have less. So it's always helpful when you have a booking that you actually request whether the guests would like to have a more private villa or they would prefer a more open view, because this will help us then to allocate the right villa for the guests. And this is the view onto the villa. So you can see lots of little Maldivian details, like the walls. Yeah, if you're under the roof, it looks like a donut shape from inside. We also have two beach residences. They're a little bit larger, and they also have some extra peaks, like dedicated butler service. You're going to meet the chef who customize meals for you. You have a half-day excursion included. And they're a little bit bigger because they have an additional living room for a bit more. And the Grand Dam is the 2-bedroom ocean residence. It's at the very end of the jetty. We've got only one unit with a 60 square meter pool, so it's fairly large. And on the upper floor, the little loft that you can see, it's actually a private gym. So the guests do not have to come out of the villa if they don't want to. It's also the most private because it's at the very end of the jetty, so nobody can look onto the villa. Yeah, the second bedroom is a twin room. So in terms of restaurants and bars, there are 3 restaurants and 2 bars, and Milaidhoo is usually booked on either half board or gourmet plan, which is the Milaidhoo is all inclusive. Ocean restaurant is all-day dining. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, whereas breakfast is a semi-buffet and lunch and dinner are served a la carte. We then have Shoreline Grill, where you sit barefoot on the beach, enjoying finest meat and seafood grilled. There's also Chef's Table, which is the teppanyaki table, and our wine cellar. We also do occasionally wine dinners at Milaidhoo. And then we have, very famous Batelé by the Reef. So Batelé was actually the first Maldivian fine dining restaurant. Maldivian cuisine itself is not that elevated, so we have actually elevated it here a bit and put it in a quite nice fancy presentation. It's basically a boat that's not moving because it's fixed, and it's a nice experience. Compass Pool Bar is open the whole day, 6 times a week. We have live music there during the evening, and we also do our cocktail party over here. Great spot for sunset. And all the guests that prefer to have it a bit more quiet can actually go to Batelé Lounge. Which is a nice free dinner cocktail venue also before having dinner at Batelé. In terms of facilities, this is the spa right here. So we got 4 treatment rooms. They're all double and have a small steam inside as well. We also do complimentary yoga as well as aerial yoga for the guests, their daily classes. And of course, diving, snorkeling, as well as non-motorized water sports are famous at Milaidhoo. Milaidhoo itself is famous for its house reef. We have a diving spot on the house reef itself, which is called Milaidhoo Wall. So even before being a resort, the spot was frequented by many, many other resorts to see. We do all kinds of cruises, fishing trips. Guests can ride local boats as well to get the full Maldivian experience, really. We're still blessed in Bar Atoll having many sandbanks around, so we can do lots of sandbank dinner, a nice picnic, or a breakfast on a secluded beach, for example. One of the most famous experiences in Milaidhoo is actually called Sleeping Under the Stars. So the guests will basically enjoy a sunset cruise with some champagne, will then be dropped to a sandbank in the middle of nowhere, where a chef will customize a meal for them. And after that, they will literally sleep on the sandbank. So we replicate their bedroom on the sandbank, and then the next day morning we'll bring breakfast to them to the sandbank as well. Also, Huvafen Bay is not to be missed. When it's manta season, then the guests can actually do snorkeling with the mantas. So it's one to tick off from the bucket list, really. It's very famous, and it's just 15 minutes from here, so it's easy. And Milaidhoo does not allow any children below the age of 9, which means it's a very romantic island itself. So we have, for example, as baby moon amenities, a gender reveal cake, as well as a massage for mom to be, and also a coral plantation where the parents to be can name the coral on behalf of the baby, and then we will send regular updates on the coral as well. So that's Milaidhoo in a nutshell. Any questions for Milaidhoo?
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sarah. Another incredible property. I think Milaidhoo is definitely one of Hummingbird's favourites. As you mentioned, it's got amazing marine life, but how close is Milaidhoo to Huvafen Bay? As I know it's quite close by.
Yes, it's 15 minutes by boat actually, and it's an on-call excursion. So usually the butler will check with the guests upon arrival if they're interested or not in that excursion. And if they are, then once the trip's confirmed by the diving center, the butlers will reach out to the guests saying, hey, today in the afternoon we have the trip, are you keen to join? Because the excursion itself will only happen if the mantas are spotted in the bay. So we're not taking the guests there on a chance. It will only happen if the rangers say the mantas are here.
Oh, that's really great to know. I think, as you know, one of the bucket list moments is to go and swim with manta rays, which takes on to the next question, which is manta ray season. Typically, when do you see the most amount of mantas in Milaidhoo?
Usually it starts from May onwards and then would last until October. Yeah, beginning of November, really. That's prime manta season.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Really, really great to hear about those 2 properties. And I'm now going to pass over to Shamaan, who's going to speak about Baros. If we could get you now, Shamaan, to speak, that would be fantastic.
Hi, Olivia. This is Rai. Actually, it's not Shihan.
I'm so sorry.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we.
All right. Let me just put in the full screen mode. So you're able to see my screens, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then let me show myself also. So from Ba Atoll, we go back to Malay Atoll. To be exact, it's in the North Malay Atoll. So we will see one of the Maldives icon, which is Baros Maldives. We will talk about the island. We will talk about the experiences and dining, the highlights of the resorts. If we're talking about the island, Baros is actually not a very big island, also not too small. It's having a size of 350 meters length, and then wide is 300 meters. Baros is very well known for the authentic spirit, the legendary service, the outstanding comfort, and the understated elegance. So in terms of the location, so Baros is located very close to Velana International Airport. It takes only around 25 minutes by speedboat from Velana International Airport to the island. It's an enchanting island. It's locally owned and managed, and also is a legacy rooted in the history itself. There's a lot of history in the island itself. If we're talking about the villas, all in total, we have 75 villas divided into overwater, 30 units in the overwater and 45 on the beach. Our first leading villa category is deluxe villa. We have 23 units of deluxe villa. It's located all around the island. So it's scattered from the east side, the western side. So some of the villas will be located very close to the house reef. Some of the villas is also having a very beautiful of sunset view. The next category will be Baros Villa. We have 5 units of Baros Villa, a little different in terms of the layout compared to the Deluxe Villa. Baros Villa and Deluxe Villa is the pool, the villa without the pool. So the Baros Villa will be located also very close to the house reef. And the next category will be Water Villa. We have 15 units water villa. So it's also located, some of the villa will be located on the sunset side, and some of them will be located very close to the house reef with the sunrise view. It's also having stairs going to the ocean, where the guests also can take the stairs and go to the ocean for swimming as well. The next category will be Baros Pool Villa. We have 8 units. So this villa is also equipped with the pool, a private pool in the deck, surrounded by a lush vegetation around the villas itself. So the guests also can take some time whether they want to go for swimming in the private pool or if they want to go for swimming in the ocean. And the next will be the water pool villa. This one also located like in the middle of the jetty. So we also having some villas with a very beautiful sunset view, and some villas is located also very close to the house reef. So waterpool villa is ideal for people who wants to have a getaway vacation away from the island itself. And the next category will be Baros Suite. This is one of our premium villas, having a living area separated from the bedroom, also having pool equipped with a jacuzzi, having a swing, spacious deck, direct access to the beach as well. But majority of, all of our beach villas, the one that located on the beach, all is having a direct access to the beach on the powdery sands. And the highest category will be Baros Residence. We have only 1 unit of Baros Residence. The villa is offering utmost privacy, comfort for the guests who wants to stay in the Baros Residence, having a separate living room area, and also having a pool with the jacuzzi as well. In terms of experiences, there are many things that also we can offer for the guests while they are staying at Baros. We have the marine activities from snorkeling to diving, or even if they just wanted to swim in the ocean, also we can, there's a lot of things that the guests can do during their stay. The house reef is one of the highlights for Baros. The accessibility is very convenient. It's just 5 minutes from the shore. And the Baros house reef is one of the best and the healthiest house reef in the Maldives, where you still can see a very healthy corals, a lot of colorful fishes, rays, shark, and even turtles itself on the house reef. And excursion, we can offer the different types of excursion, from sunset cruise, sunset fishing, dolphin trips, and even they can go with a group sailing, or even if they want to take a private sailing, we also can offer either one, whether they want to go with a group or either they want to go by themselves in a private. We also have our Numa. So Numa is our traditional doni boat, wooden doni boat, where the guests also can rent for privately for cruising around the Sea of Maldives. Serenity Spa, we also have spa with 4 villa treatment, all with the double beds, and all villa treatment is also equipped with a private steam room area, and also outdoor relaxation area with a bathtub and also outdoor shower. We using 3 brands for the spa, Elemis, and then Teranaka, and also Kula for the after sun. Destination dining, yes, we can also arrange any types of destination dining as you wish, from the dinner on the sandbank, or even on the piano deck, or even on the beach in the island itself, whether it's lunch, whether it's dinner, or even it's just something else like lunch, for example, or even just the cocktail itself. Special venue, we have a piano deck where it is located in the middle of the lagoon. So in the piano deck, we can arrange different types of experience also for the guests, from the breakfast in the morning, or even lunch, or even a private massage, for example, if the guests wanted to have a different experience of the massage, or even the dinner, which is starting from the cocktail during the sunset time and then followed by dinner. It's dinner in the piano deck. We also can arrange a special occasion such as a marriage proposal or even wedding at the piano deck. So this is some of the celebration also that can be done in the piano deck. But the wedding is not only can be done in the piano deck, but also we can do it in the sandbank, or even in the beach in the island itself. The places of interest, there are a lot of areas in Baros where the guests can enjoy and relax. One of the areas that quite popular in Baros is Palm Garden. So the story behind Palm Garden, when Baros was before Baros was built as a resort back then, so the island was a coconut palm plantation. So there's a lot of coconut palm trees around the islands. So when we built the villas itself, we moved the coconut palm trees from that area and we put it all together in this area where we call it as a palm gardens. So some of the trees here is even older than the island itself. In terms of dining, in terms of the board, we are offering bed and breakfast, half board and half board dine around. So we have 3 restaurants and 2 bars. We start with Lime, our all-day dining, where we serve the breakfast on buffet and also a la carte in Lime. But we also have lunch and dinner, which will be served on the a la carte. On the Lime deck, we also have our main pool, where the guests can also enjoy swimming in the big pool, and they can enjoy some beautiful view of the sunset with some light bites, or even the drink itself during the time. And then we have Sales Bar and Palm Garden. So Sales Bar is our main bar, where all the happenings happens here in the evening. Guests will be gathered here, whether for cocktails. We also have our weekly band, the live music performance from the local talented band, which will be performed every 2 times per week on this time. So every Thursday and Sunday. But we also have some other activities like the management cocktails that we have it on the weekly basis, which also will be happening in Sales Bar. Kayan is our grill house and teppanyaki, where we have the fresh seafood to be served here, and also we have the fine meats and as well this teppanyaki. And the Lighthouse Lounge, so it's a 2-story overwater restaurant, and this is the first 2-story overwater restaurant in the Maldives. So on the upper floor will be the lounge. It's a 360-degree view of the Indian Ocean, where the guests can enjoy the beautiful view of the Indian Ocean. with the cocktails or any other different types of drinks that they like. And on the ground floor will be the restaurants. Our lighthouse restaurant is the fine dining with Goridan service. So one of the dishes that we are recommending is the lobster bisque, which will be prepared in the flambe with the cognac flambe lobster bisque. In terms of the highlights, yes, there are a few reasons why you have to choose Baros. First of all is because of the location. It's far, but it's not too far away. So which means that the guests can have a very convenient transfer from Belana International Airport, 25 minutes by speedboat, but you still can get away from the noise of the airport. You won't hear anything of the takeoff and landing of the airplane. So you still can enjoy the relax, the serenity and the ambience of being quiet and calm at the island itself. The gastronomy, yes, the food in Baros is quite incredible as well. So we have the option of different types of cuisine, international cuisine, the Arabic cuisine, Asian cuisine. We have from Lime, Lighthouse, and also Cayenne. In Lighthouse also, it's a French fine dining. So you still have a different types of cuisine during your stay in Baros. The house reef, as mentioned also earlier, the Baros house reef is still one of the best and the healthiest house reef in the Maldives. There are plenty of healthy corals still available that you can see in the house reef with the colorful fish. Even we have also 28 resident turtles in the house reef. So if you are lucky when you go for snorkeling, you might spot some of them as well on the house reef. Diving, yes, we also have a diving by design. It's a personalized a la carte diving, and there are more than 30 dive sites and one ancient shipwreck within 50 minutes from Baros, which some of them are ranked among the top 10 in the Maldives. We also have the unforgettable floor night diving experience, which the guests also can take if perhaps they are busy in the daytime. They can take this floor night diving experience. And since 2010, Baros is also a home to the first eco dive center in the Maldives. Baros is adult friendly. We only accept the guests from the age of 8 years and above. So it's quite ideal for a couple looking for getaway together, or even for honeymooners. And Baros is always chosen to be the most romantic island resort from World Traveler Awards for 7 times in a row. And this is the resort map of Baros, and that's all. Thank you very much. Any question?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I might quickly have to put on mute. I think there's a bit of background noise, but no, thank you so much both for both your presentations. Hearing about all 3 properties is amazing. But yeah, Baros is also another Hummingbird favorite. When I visited, I just couldn't believe how beautiful the island is. It's very lush and natural, and I think one of my favorite meals I've ever had was that lobster bisque at the lighthouse. It's stayed in my memory for a very long time. But no, thank you so much. A question we had was about the house reef and accessibility. Can you snorkel at all points around the island, or is there just specific areas within the island where the house reef is?
Sorry, I cannot get your question.
The house reef, are there any particular points on the island that are best for snorkeling, or can you snorkel?
Okay. So basically, the area that recommended for the guests to go for snorkeling is near the sales bar, or even from that is the first point or the first gate for the house reef. We have a few gates from starting from the sales bar area until the end of the island or close to the water villa. But basically, this area, I mean, of course, it's different area. You will see a different types of fishes also. We have turtles, as mentioned, and we also have rays. We have 3 different types of shark, from the black tip shark, nurse shark is also there, and different types of fish from the parrotfish and other fishes also. Angelfish is also there. So when the guest comes to Baros and they want to go for snorkeling, usually our diving center staff will advise where they can see a specific type of fish as well as they will. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's really great to hear. Thank you so much again. If anyone else has any questions, please don't hesitate to email myself or Olivia, and we'd be more than happy to help with any of your inquiries. But thank you so much again, and hope to see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.